Assalamualaikum Siti Khadijah.
Waalaikumsalam, Nabila.
Bukan Nabila.
Eh, Fariha!
Itu suara Shazana bukan?
Fariha! Oh my god.
Roommate.
Aku kangen sama kamu, Fariha. Masuk, jangan tak masuk.
Ya, saya support Akita.
Sampai. Nak try test background dulu tak?
Boleh.
Cuba semua on camera.
Cik Khadijah tukar.
Sekejap nak leave. Kenapa yang ni tak boleh add background? Sebab premium Yang lain boleh ke? Cuba try.
Tak boleh.
Assalamualaikum. Ada yang Kencana kat sini?
Semua Kencana.
Tolong bagi tahu dalam grup Akisa ya, sebab diorang tak tahu macam mana nak pergi ke link tu.
Okey, boleh.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you.
Background macam mana
Ni aku rasa buat meet lagi satu sekejap untuk sementara je, untuk tukar background je. Dan kita left.
Aku dah try dah tadi kat mic lagi satu. Tapi bila dekat mic sini dia tak masukkan background tu.
Sama tu.
Macam mana tu?
Aku ni tak ada kat background. Pakai background buku-buku.
Aduh, aku try tukar tadi.
Tak boleh kan?
Sebab dulu korang buat dah boleh, sekarang tak boleh kan?
Meet yang lagi satu boleh, yang ni tak boleh.
Jangan. Assalamualaikum Aziz. Adlin.
Ya. Aku lagi ni.
So jadi kiranya kita guna background lah
So tak boleh kan?
Okay. Terima kasih kepada yang menyertai program kita pada malam ini. Semoga semua dapat menyelesaikan diri dan bolehlah menyediakan makanan, minuman, jajan-jajan serta buku nota dan pen.
Okey, untuk sekejap lagi. Jadi sedikit pesanan untuk yang hadir. Anda diminta untuk memastikan mic anda dalam keadaan tutup dan dipastikan senyap, dan juga anda diminta untuk menghormati majlis sewaktu ceramah sedang memberikan ucapan. Kalau hadirin ada soalan, anda boleh tulis di ruangan chat box. So nanti kami akan bacakan kerjasama korang nanti amat kami hargai. Okay, kita tunggu sebentar untuk kita punya penceramah masuk.
speaker dalam perjalanan. Semoga semua dapat biasakan diri, duduk elok. Bolehlah ambil air, okey? Ya betul, Encik Al. Kita minum dulu. Ada request lagu daripada Encik Al ya? Boleh Encik Al, nanti kami pasang. Tim kami tengah usahakan untuk pasang lagu. Mohon bersabar ya semua.
Okay, Alhamdulillah ceramah kita dah masuk dalam program kita pada hari ini. Jadi diharapkan Cik Amin Zakaria dapat menjelasakan diri sebelum kita memulakan majlis kita.
Encik Amin dah okey ke? Kalau tak, kita boleh mulakan sekarang.
Okey Khadijah, mari kita teruskan dengan majlis kita pada hari ini, pada malam ni.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat malam kepada semua yang hadir. Saya selaku moderator anda pada hari ini, saya Siti Hadijah binti Agus Saiful.
Dan saya Muhammad Syariani bin Irwansyah.
Pihak majlis mengucapkan terima kasih dan mengalu-alukan kehadiran semua ke program Bual Santai Anak Senibina di rumah masing-masing.
Baiklah, sebelum kita terus ke event yang utama, jadi eloklah kita memberkati majlis ini dengan bacaan doa. Jadi dengan ini saya menjemput saudara Muhammad Amin Fahmi bin Muhammad Jawas untuk memimpin bacaan doa kita pada malam ini.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala asyrafil mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah ya Karim ya Wadud, sesungguhnya kami berhimpun pada hari ini bagi menyatakan kesyukuran di atas kurnia-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur sama ada nikmat yang sedikit, lebih-lebih lagi nikmat yang melimpah ruah kepada kami. Ya Allah ya Rahman ya Rahim, Engkau berkatilah dan rahmatilah perjalanan program Alkitab pada hari ini. Sesungguhnya Engkau maha mengetahui bahawa kami di sini ingin menimba ilmu-Mu yang sangat luas bagi mengembangkan ilmu pengetahuan kami sebagai hamba-Mu yang Engkau redai. Misteri berkati dan rahmatilah perhimpunan kami ini. Berikanlah kepada kami ilmu-Mu, sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan cahaya dan hidayah-Mu. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima dan menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, kurniakanlah jua kepada kami kesihatan anggota, kecergasan minda, ketenangan jiwa, kekuatan semangat. Semoga dengannya kami mampu mendepani cabaran, berdaya saing dan mampu mengangkat martabat diri, keluarga, masyarakat dan negara. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam Muhammad wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Assalamun alal mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Bermohon.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Majlis mengucapkan ucapan terima kasih kepada saudara Muhammad Amin Fahmi bin Muhammad Jawas atas bacaan doa sebentar tadi. Jadi Syarul, boleh terangkan serba sedikit tentang ceramah kita pada hari ini?
Baiklah, terima kasih Khadijah. Okey. Jadi sebelum kita mulakan majlis kita, marilah kita berkenalan dengan penceramah kita pada hari ini. Tak kenal maka tak cerita kan. Jadi saya akan mengenalkan sedikit sebanyak tentang penceramah kita. Baiklah, nama yang diberi adalah Encik Amin zakaria. Beliau berasal dari Johor. Beliau mendapat pendidikan di University of Malaya, Kuala Lumpur dan mempunyai kelulusan degree. Beliau juga mempunyai kelulusan master di Universiti Teknologi Malaysia Johor. Dan kini beliau menjawat jawatan sebagai Arki Eksekutif di DP Arkitek Senibina Berhad Johor. Dan beliau mahir dalam penggunaan digital sketch. Jadi itulah Encik Amin zakaria yang seorang yang sangat hebat. Betul tak? Sebab itulah kami panggil dia.
Betul-betul.
Sebab itulah kami panggil beliau untuk memberi ceramah pada hari ini. Okey.
Okey, tanpa buang masa lagi, majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan Encik Amin zakaria untuk mulakan ceramah beliau. Jadi Encik Amin, silakan.
Okey, semua boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Dengar.
Okey. Assalamualaikum dan selamat malam semua orang. And also good evening for everyone. Okay, I understand that we have like a macam chatting box at the side ni kan?
Yep.
Encik Amin.
Sebentar, macam mana saya nak on the chatting box tu Okay, just to let everyone know if you guys have any question masa I tengah presenting, you can just type in over there. So kalau dah nanti Syahul dengan Khadijah Kalau you perasan nanti you tolong let me know, tolong notify me lah in case kalau I tak perasan. And
Baik,
also
boleh.
for this macam sharing session, hopefully I think I will try mix bahasa Inggeris and bahasa Melayu lah. So hope that you guys don't mind lah.
Yeah, no problem, Jim.
Problem. And also macam while I'm presenting, while I'm sharing, in the middle of my presenting ke apa, in case kalau you guys ada soalan, you can just angkat tangan, you can just stop me and then tanya whatever that you need to ask lah. And I was understood that I was given macam 2 hours kan to present, betul?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 hours is very 2 hours is very long lah. I never do presentation for 2 hours lah. I hope I can squeeze in everything within 1 hour. So hopefully by 9:30 we should all be finished. So maybe I can open the floor for more discussion or soalan lah. Okay. Sekejap, I still cannot see how. Aku nak tengok the chatting box on the right. Okay, anyway. Okay, today I nak tunjuk ada, I think about 3 different apps yang I mainly use. Firstly is this one. This one is called Paper 53 lah, Paper 53. It's only available on iPad. And then the second one, which is this apps. This one is called Concept. Concept is the vector format. And vector format means you guys understand lah, vector ni macam Illustrator lah, rasterized image. Ada apps macam Photoshop lah, so means kalau you zoom in pun dia macam the pixel ni tak pecah kan, macam it's very comfortable to sketch lah. And then the next apps that I want to show is Morpholio lah. Morpholio Trace they call it. Morpholio Trace, this app is designed by architects based in New York, US. There are about 7 of them, if I'm not mistaken. There are 7 of them. They are all from background architecture lah. So they develop these apps. So while I'm using these apps, I can tell very well macam all the way they function, the workflow is very for us who often use macam software like AutoCAD or 3D Max, the workflow is pretty much similar. So if you guys are very familiar with AutoCAD and all architectural software, you guys will not have any problem using this Morpholio lah. Morpholio memang it's not to say purely for architects lah, but you akan rasa very friendly lah. You tak rasa kekok pun bila guna. Where else macam lain macam concepts. This one you can do illustration, you can do architectural sketch, you can do anything illustration yang based on vector lah. This one later I can show a quick one what I have done and what's possible to be done, especially for students. Maybe I will spend more time using concepts. And then Procreate, I'm not so much use it. I tak guna banyak sangat, but ada lah sikit-sikit once a while I give it a try. Other apps, let's say if we have time then we can jump. Okay, so as a start, I've been using these apps since 2015. At that time I'm still studying lah in UTM for master. I don't even own an iPad yet at that time, but we were just started. My friend had an iPad, so I just give it a try. And then we don't even have a stylus, and so we just use macam finger and then just try out these apps, what can we do and then what it can do. So these apps basically it works like a visual sketchbook. So you can see these are all the volume of sketchbook that I have here. So each one of them macam ada dalam, I keep to maybe 70 or I think 30 to 40 sketches lah, because these are all I duplicated because of the workflow kan. So and then in total in one volume I have macam 100 pages before I move to the next volume lah, because it will get heavy, so I prefer to make it lighter. I create a new page lah. And then this one as you can see pun my workflow macam after sometimes my sketches pun akan berubah kan. So that's the best part yang I rasa macam I really like it, because over the time I nak keep improve at things kan. Sorry, moment. Okay, so continue. So yeah, I slowly developed from just using a friend's punya iPad, and then once I go to work, simpan duit sikit-sikit, and then simpan duit sikit, then I start to buy my own iPad, which is first pun I beli second hand iPad from a friend. Itu pun bayar 2 kali. And then iPad Pro, and then after 1 year use, and then of course lah iPad hilang, kena curi, and then okay, simpan duit balik, beli like another iPad. And then in the end I settled down with iPad mini lah, because iPad mini is very comfortable to use. iPad mini is just this size, very comfortable, and I really like. So I nak buat pergi site pun tak kekok, I nak bawa naik motor pun tak kekok, I nak fit in the bag, and then nak bawa dalam meeting. It's very convenient lah, this the size. And then the recent iPad mini is compatible with Apple Pencil, and then that's one of the reasons that the latest update lah. And then what I can say, okay, just a quick demonstration about these apps. Just a quick macam a quick show lah. These apps dia, okay, the recent sketch yang I boleh share is, maybe this one. I learned a lot about sketches from Urban Sketch punya gang. So they are about 70 pages, 70 persons of us here. I'm very sure that many of you have heard about Urban Sketch lah. You guys pernah dengar kan? You guys are familiar lah kan? Okay, so anyway, Urban Sketch, normally what they do is they have their main manifesto is that the sketches have to be done on site. But for me, yes, there are some sketches that I prefer to do it on site, but some other time when I just macam want to practice or want to do some color study or for my own practice lah to improve, I will just do here in front of my PC with the help of Google Screen and all that, and also with a lot of reference from Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube tutorial, all that lah. So I want to share with you like some of the sketches yang I do. This one was the other day lah. I just found this nice view which is near to from my house, and then I just went there just because I sketch on iPad, so it's very it's a bit troublesome when you sketch under the direct sunlight. So I stay inside my car, just matikan engine sekejap 20 minit, then just sketch from the view lah. So I start with the lines, and then just some extra thicker line weight, and then just some shadow to determine where's the direction of your sunlight, and then more detail up with the basic colors, just hijau, and then some of the textures, and then eventually you will get different darker shaded punya color. So what I like about these apps is because of the color punya the color punya saturation is very fun to play. I tak boleh tunjuk demonstration the full demo lah, but for these apps macam nak cakap? I have a quick video I think. Let me show. Okay, and then the final result will be something like this. I hope the screen is not blur if you guys are watching from the PC. Because from my PC it looks quite blur lah. Maybe my internet is quite poor lah.
Tak boleh chat Amin. Jelas,
okay.
Jelas.
Nampak jelas eh? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I think I have some videos from, this one is first one. This one different apps later. So this is the video. So normally macam I akan start dengan with the red pencil punya drafted dulu at the back, and then start with inking because this one dia tak ada layer tau. It doesn't have like a multiple layer where you can control which layer that you are actually tengah draw lah. So it's either you have like a reference image at the back, and then there's only one layer at the front yang you tengah sketch. So gambar yang dekat belakang warna merah tu is just an image when I imported, so I just basically do a line with the darker blue shade lah. And then I will start macam further at the back, and then start with the thicker line weight just to highlight which one is my main subject. Then start to put some shadows, because once you put shadow, macam you straight away can tell like which one is the front one, which one is the furthest back one. So macam it's quite easy for you to determine the depth time. And then slowly let's see the next one, and then we start color. Okay, watercolor, one thing about color is if you guys are familiar with watercolor, you guys could must really like these apps I can say. So it's the same concept when we do macam watercolor, where we have first we start with the lighter yellow, and then we go to lighter green and darker green and all that lah. So so my workflow in the end dia akan slowly lah. But this one I keep I always keep my practice macam within 30 minutes because I tak suka macam sketch terlalu lama, macam past 1 hour tu for me I dah lose focus and momentum lah. So I always try to keep it within 20-30 minutes. Longest pun macam maybe 45 minutes. It depends on what I want to practice, what I want to test out lah. Okay. And then in terms of the interface pun you can see at the bottom tu, those are all my color palette yang I dah pernah set. And then the yang nampak bulat yang warna besar tu, that one is the color mixer where you can mix two colors and then you just macam rotate. Macam you main watercolor lah, you just put different colors and then you just scroll your wheel and then it will come up to the colors that you put. So that's the feature yang tak ada dalam apps lain yang I notice. So when it comes to Urban Sketch or Color Study, I always go to these apps. It's very simple. Dia tak ada layer, tak ada all that. And then what I like is because of dia punya format yang macam journal lah. So kalau you tengok, let's say this one, right? I boleh flip to this format. So it looks like a sketchbook basically. Yeah. And then sometimes I notice macam whenever I travel around the town, I always macam intrigued to see old buildings tau. So whenever I see macam, this building nampak macam nice lah. It's very nice to be captured and sketched into a canvas. So I memorize the name of the street atau the location. So later at night I go back to the Google Street and then I cari balik that view. And then I just try balik to sketch. Not exactly from that point of view, but from that location. So you have to you cannot. One thing when you sketch based on photo ni, we always make a mistake. We follow exactly as per their perspective line kan. So that's why we have to always practice macam you don't follow the perspective line, because the perspective line from the Google Street is from the on top of the car, which is a lot higher. It could be 2.1, it could be 2.4. So about our eye level is nicer, it's macam 1.6, 1.5. If you are doing ID punya illustration, it's better kalau you do lower than normal eye level, maybe 1.2. So if you're familiar with macam 3D render, you usually know about all this stuff lah. So that's the thing macam this example yang macam whenever I see macam old nice building, so I just go back and then I just try to sketch balik lah. So it's the same step lah. I can start color and then darker color shades, and then in the end with the line width and all that lah. This one pun same thing. I saw a nice building in the near to my house, then I just start sketch. And okay, in terms of practice, I prefer to I try to sketch one at least in a day, at least satu lah. And then because my sketch normally I tak ambil masa banyak, dalam 20 to 30 minutes ya. So I always macam try to steal some time, macam let's say you wake up early in the morning before you start your class at 9, so you have macam 8 to 9, you still boleh sempat breakfast, buat coffee and then sempat to sketch something. You just practice at least satu a day lah. It doesn't have to. Sorry? Yeah.
Jadi Cik Amin setiap hari sketch satu scenery satu pemandangan setiap hari. Ke macam mana? Setiap hari?
It could be anything. Yeah, setiap hari. Yeah.
Oh.
It could be anything. It could be macam, this one I think is an image from Art Daily punya website. Then if you see, this one is an image from my last visit to Kuching. So if I tunjuk, gambar. I think I ada gambar ni. Mana ya? I saw just now. Yep. It's from this photo. Because sometimes kalau kita tengah jalan-jalan kan, we don't have the time to macam sit down and sketch kan. So I just macam snap gambar, pop, and then okay, go back home later whenever I free, I just look back and then I try to sketch lah. But when I say macam you don't sketch as what you see, but you have to capture as what you feel though. You nampak macam this gambar kan, dia macam tak menyeluruh kan. It doesn't cover at the bottom, dekat corner here ada apa, dekat hujung sana ada apa kan. But you just get the essence and then you just translate into your own canvas lah. That's one thing about Urban Sketch lah. If you see a lot of example from Pinterest pun, the way they captured the scene pun is very artistic and it's very abstract. They only capture the essence and then they translate. The way they manipulate the colors pun is not really macam literal as what they have seen. So that's one thing about Urban Sketch lah. So okay. And then when I say macam you really need to find some time to practice too, you really need to find some time to practice lah. So I tak ada specific time for me to practice tau, but it could be random. But most of the time is late at night lah, when I dah balik kerja, dah mandi, dah santai apa semua, before tidur sekejap. Because I'm like a late night owl. So dalam 12 sampai 2 tu I still have some time. browse internet, main YouTube, all that, Pinterest, then macam, this picture macam nice to play with. Then I just practice lah to sketch macam 20 to 30 minutes, then at least, and then just upload to Instagram, then I go to sleep. Yeah. And then the next morning you tengok macam, okay, you know what, actually this one is not so good, so maybe I can practice better. So every day when you tengok balik, you rasa macam, there are things yang I boleh improve. But of course lah, at the end of the day, bila you sketch macam that, you always macam tak satisfied with the result kan. You rasa macam, this thing can be better. But tak apa, tak payah takut. You just upload to Instagram, just for our own record. Then at the end of the day nanti, you will have macam ni lah. You akan nampak the progress lah over the time. Macam early of the year, I sketch, maybe macam ni kan, macam the line is very clumsy, and then the composition pun macam tak balance, and then the building pun macam the scale line up proportion pun is not so nice. But there are sometimes when you macam lebih relax, you macam lebih fokus, then your sketches could be something yang lebih gentle lah, the stroke lebih firm, the colour pun macam lebih, the colour value macam tak terlalu fight sangat, dia macam just nice. So it really depends on the mood. So tengok, kalau you sketch time you penat, macam ni lah hasil dia, macam it's not so nice kan, dia macam I don't know what to say, it's clumsy. So anyway, okay, that's about paper 53 dah. Okay, now at 50, let's jump to, okay, I will jump to portfolio sekejap. Okay, so far any question for paper 53? The icon is this one tau. Tak tahu macam nak tunjuk. The icon is this one. This one. This is the icon. If you're looking, but this one only available on iPad lah. That's one thing. It's not available on PC. It's not available on Android punya tablet. Okay. Next I move to portfolio sekejap. Because I want to spend more time on concepts actually. Okay, portfolio. One thing is portfolio boleh buat banyak benda. So kalau you nampak yang dekat atas ni, I cuba tunjuk from here. You see the blank, custom, library, multi-page, maps. Camera is the virtual punya camera lah. Semua ni I tak habis guna lagi. I only so far have experiment with the 3D model you see here. So later I show you what this 3D model does. I think if you have seen on YouTube pun you might have known. So the first time I tried the sketches, it's like something like this. Portfolio trace ni, it works macam our butter paper, our tracing paper. So that's why you see the color tone ni pun, it tried to simulate like our butter paper lah. So let's say like, when I add macam a new layer, this one it will create a new layers of tracing paper. So macam kita play with butter paper lah, kita akan koyak, put at that portion, then we will sketch over. And then they can control all this line weight. And then yelah macam kalau you nak experiment on this corner and macam, not to say experiment this corner, macam you nak amend on this corner, macam you nak, then you just sketch over on that thing. Then there the roller, all that, macam snap button, macam F8 snap button. You guys are familiar, I've been using AutoCAD juga kan? I know we all of you ada sama from SEM 1, ada sama SEM 3 and SEM 4, betul?
Betul.
Okay. Macam you siapa? Syarul, you SEM mana?
Saya SEM 2 Cik Amin. Saya belum belajar di AutoCAD. Belum lagi.
So you are still manual lah?
Yep, still manual.
Okay, good. Because when we do macam, even though digital sketch pun, it doesn't mean you jump to digital sketch you dah kena macam mana cakap, you have to master the manual punya technical drawing before you sketch lah. Anyway, macam that's the basic foundation lah. The purpose of sketching every day ni for us to understand the technical manual kan, before we simply jump to AutoCAD. Yeah, that's what I mean. Do not macam, you tak perlu rush sangat nak jump to AutoCAD tau. AutoCAD ni dia macam gimmick je. Padahal kalau kita tak faham the technical punya drawing tu, I bagi you AutoCAD pun, kita draw macam salah juga. Because there are some technical consideration yang kita tak understand tau. So those things lah. Okay, so when I say tracing paper, tracing paper you definitely have use lah, because since you say that you're using manual kan, you're doing manual. So macam saya cakap tadi lah. So this one, it works like that. So if I cross the line macam ni, dia akan padam, because this one is considered as an empty canvas. It will focus just more on the whichever top layer is the latest punya tracing paper that we laid over lah. And then what I like about this pun sebab dia work macam kita guna AutoCAD when kita macam put the roller ni. So and then I boleh adjust the angle dekat sini. So dia akan dia akan snap at 45 degree kosong ataupun 90 degree. So I boleh macam snap vertical, horizontal ataupun 45. Atau kalau I nak adjust, I can just change over here 30. So 30 is good for us to do isometric drawing lah, betul tak? You guys, I'm sure that you item students, you guys are all very good in technical lah. You guys can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, now you boleh continue. So most of the time yang I buat macam for this portfolio traits is I do macam detail drawing studies, detail some notes, but I kena practice many times juga lah before I macam get used to what is the tricks bila kita pakai these apps kan. Then sometimes macam I cakap tadi, just experiment to sketch some perspective, all that. And then for your information pun, kalau boleh I tak suka banyak-banyak sangat layer tau. Normally kat tepi ni I try to keep it macam 4, 5, less than 10 lah. Normally I have macam line layer, ada shadow, then ada colour sikit, and then the text. Then yeah, that's it. Then
Amin.
Yep.
Next a question from Nur Rashida. She asks, do you usually use this with scale?
Yes. No. Okay, dia depends. Okay, I faham maksud dia. Macam let's say like this one kan. Okay, first dia ada for this portfolio trace, the way to setting the scale, kita boleh set tau. Kalau dekat, I think kat sini. We go to unit, set scale. Yeah, this is the scale. But you have to set before you start to sketch lah. You jangan dah macam you dah sketch tengah-tengah tiba-tiba you nak set the scale, means dia dah salah lah kan. And then by default this one they will follow to fit to inches lah, because the apps itself is designed by someone from US kan. So definitely they will follow from the imperial punya dimension lah. But for us we often use mm and centimeter, so we have to set the scale before that. But for me, I tak suka macam nak cakap in terms of scale kan, nanti I will explain detail when I'm using concepts, because it's much easier using concepts to set the scale. So kat sini macam kita boleh set the scale. Dia bagi these examples of this roller. So I just letak normally macam dalam 8 cm ke. So now from now on, whenever you turn on the roller, this one will become your scale. Tapi okay, when she ask macam normally I guna scale atau tak, normally I agak-agak je from this sketch. Sebab I akan selalu ada, alamak tak ada dalam sketch ni, I akan ada satu base grid line dekat belakang tau, which is yang I akan always refer. I think from this one I have. So you can, kalau nampak this grid line kat belakang kan, so this one will be my basic roller lah. So like I said just now, if you always do macam manual drawing, you understand the technical drawings, normally people will do, you akan perasan, I think dalam sketch lama-lama, normally people akan buat macam ni kan. Dia ada scale bar, they call it. Pernah nampak kan? So dia tulis sini kosong, sini 1, sini 2. So this is like your basic roller skate. So whenever you sketch after that, you macam boleh understand lah. Okay, let's say I hide this thing. So let's say I set the scale just now. Just a quick demo. Normally I akan buat macam ni. Yeah. So sini kosong, sini 1, sini 2. So let's say this one is considered macam 1 to 100 ke. So I will just turn on. So I dah tahu dah macam when I say 1 ni macam 100 100, 200 lah, mm lah. So I tahu macam okay, this one is my 100 mm. So macam kalau ini katakanlah this is the like a normal typical sections of the floor lah, which is 150 kan, 100. Lepas tu kat atas I ada 50 mm. This 50 mm could be your cement rendering and all that. Then maybe I ada nipis sikit. I ada nipis sikit. Maybe this will be I punya tile and all that. Yeah. So I think that's also the purpose when we macam kena berlatih always keep sketching, because for us to get the feels of the proportion tu. You cannot get the feel of the proportion when you're holding the mouse dalam guna AutoCAD. AutoCAD macam you boleh zoom in, zoom out, terlalu kecil, terlalu besar kan. It's very hard for us to feel kan. But when you guna tangan ni macam it's much easier lah. All can support apps, but not all cannot support stylus pen, sorry. Which iPad generation are you using? I'm using iPad 5, iPad mini 5. Not all iPad can support drawing apps. No, salah. Semua iPad boleh. Tak ada masalah. Previously I'm using iPad mini 4, which is very lousy, but like I said, you just practice je. Whatever, kalau you punya iPad slow ke, cikai ke, iPad 3 ke, iPad 2 ke, but you give me macam iPad 11 pun kalau I malas nak berlatih, I takkan jadi apa-apa juga kan. So that's the thing lah. All can support apps. Okay, masa macam I cakap tadi, the first time I'm using iPad, I don't even have a stylus yet. I berlatih guna finger je. Finger, yada. And then after sometimes, I found macam cheaper stylus, macam RM100 jenama Edonic. Then just buy, then just berlatih. Start with the cheapest punya stylus first. Don't simply jump to this one. I only bought last year. I've been sketching since 2015, and I told you I only bought Apple Pencil last year because expensive kan, 400. Macam siapa nak spend 400 for a single pen kan. But I think if some of you have the budget, I think straight away go for this one. Do not try macam adalah range stylus yang I pernah guna 200 over, 300 over. But if you really have the budget, straight away go for Apple Pencil. Because once you go for this one, you will not jump for another stylus lah. You will not spend more money on that one lah. So tak perlu risau sangat pakai pen. Because kalau you pakai pen yang cikai pun, it doesn't matter. Any substitute for Morpholio? Because I'm using Samsung Tab. Yes, there is. Kejap lagi I will explain. Good question anyway. Okay, yeah, like I said just now, kalau you guys ada question, you just type in here. Kalau I sempat, yeah, I akan pesan. Okay, so for Morpholio, a quick one about the ni is that thing. Oh yeah, for you guys punya information, you guys go to Morpholio punya website, morpholio.education or something. You guys boleh dapat macam cheaper punya subscription punya price tau. You guys boleh dapat 70% off, that's right. Because the other day I was promoting to UKM punya lecturers, and then they go and apply, and then I recommended to them lah. I think for them, the lecturers, some of them own an iPad kan. So but if you guys are interested, you guys can go to their website and then get the education punya ni lah. And also the last month I did try to chatting with the guy from Morpholio. I did ask them lah if you guys have any macam discount punya rate for the student and all that. That's why when he replied to dia macam cakap, oh okay, you can go to this website, then just apply using email all that lah. 70% off banyak no, because this app, I can say this app's the annual subscription macam I think about RM90. But because RM90 I think. Okay. So next one I want to show is, wait a minute. Alright. Okay, this one examples of sketches yang I buat based on, this one based on gambar. No, this one is not based on gambar. I show you a quick one in terms of my workflow. So like I said just now, first I can start, always I macam dah terbiasa, jadi becomes a habit. I can start dengan with a red pencil punya doodle, get the what do you call that, the perspective punya angle, right, all that. Once you see this one point, you can't tell if is it like just a box ke, balcony ke, it can be anything kan. And then I can macam form the line sikit with my black line lah, so I can overlay with new layers lah. Then the layer at the back can just set to hidden, and then start to color, and then put some text. I think I have a video for this one. Let me try. Let's try all that. Was it this one? Yeah, I think this one. Oh yeah, just for you guys punya information, whenever I sketch, kalau I rajin, I akan edit video, and normally I will upload to my YouTube punya channel. So yeah, normally I will upload all the videos to YouTube lah. But I dah cut down the video or fast forward lah, so that you don't have to like wait for 30 minutes just to watch. So this is the step by step yang I explain tadi lah. But I hope the video is not so stark though. But you can see lah roughly kan apa yang buat kan. Start with pencil, and then I can start with the black pen. And also these apps, because they have macam perspective punya axis. So and you boleh set, but normally I tak suka guna lah perspective axis. Macam it's very terlalu strict lah, macam tak rasa natural kan. So yeah. So after sometimes that's the thing when you always have to practice lah, because after sometimes you boleh get used to the perspective punya angle tu, you dah boleh agak lah. So you macam sometimes when we zoom in kan, we can't tell at which part how does the perspective punya tu ends kan. Yeah, that's the thing about digital sketch lah. Once we zoom in terlalu banyak tu, kita dah jadi macam lose focus dah. So when you macam do like a basic drafting, try not to zoom in so much. Just get the figures or the perspective angle right. But after that, you boleh, kalau zoom in pun normally I tak zoom in terlalu banyak lah kot. I don't know. Sometimes I tak perasan kan. And then once I start the line, because we can control the line weight all that, then I will start color lah. Color, I will just macam create a new layers, and then I can set one of the mode as a blending mode to multiply lah. So if you guys are familiar with Photoshop, you guys should know lah. You change the blending mode to multiply so that the color will be hidden over the black lines. And then what the good things about this app is because it has the blending mode set to multiply. So bila you macam overlay multiple color, the color dia akan jadi lebih darker tone lah, which is nice lah. Apps yang paper tadi pun ada benda yang sama, but for concept after this tak ada, which is I pernah complain to them, but they are developing the apps further and further lah. So hopefully it will come to hopefully the feature will come soon. But it has pro and cons though, but later we'll show up on that one. And then yeah, just a quick one, and then yeah, I can start with the greenery, all that, color pokok, color landscapes. And then okay, this video must be a bit heavy, I guess. Yep. And then the last one macam just a little bit of line weight. Yeah, so that should be the end. And then another about portfolio, I lagi tak, I think this one. Okay, some of my video is in the cloud, so dia tak appear. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing I want to show is, okay, another way for me to practice sketch is when I do macam ni lah. This one is a sketch based on a 3D render yang I pernah buat. This one just a basic 3D render. I think I have the video. Let me see a quick one. Not this one. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. Okay. When I say macam sometimes kita kena how to say, we have to experiment with our own punya practice punya technique. So it doesn't have to be always sketch based on gambar yang kita tengok. It doesn't have to be always based on example yang we want to follow to others kan. But sometimes I always macam nak experiment lah. Macam what if I do a basic clear render from 3D Max and V-Ray, and then this one could be very useful technique for you guys lah, because sometimes when we do macam, especially, sorry Syarul, I nak tanya, normally at which year yang you guys akan start guna 3D software and render? Is it like Sem 4, 5, 6?
Sem 5 like that.
Sem 5 like that, okay. Just one thing I need to remind you guys lah, jangan terlalu spend banyak masa dengan 3D punya software and render, sebab benda tu take time tau. Because you guys need to do a lot of things kan, macam concept board lah, and then concept pun nak develop, nak bercerita lagi dengan lecturer the next day, tapi banyak buang masa buat 3D kan. Last 3D orang tengok macam 5 minit je. Kita buat macam 5 jam kan. Okay. So what I do is macam just do 3D basic render macam ni. Basic clear render with the V-Ray edges punya black V-Ray edges, and then I just export this, then import to masuk to portfolio, and then I will just start sketch over. And then yeah, because we don't have a problem to do macam straight line, so it should be easy for me lah. So this one there are things yang I tak model dalam the 3D, but I can just edit later dalam the apps lah. I can just sketch over. This one pun I will show further nanti kalau ada masa. Maybe I show dalam Blender ke. I'm not sure whether I have it here. So this one, the workflow, yeah, I just sketch over like that. Because all these thing, kalau kita nak spend masa guna 3D apps, it will take some time kan, nak model benda tu betul-betul detail kan. But for us, when we presenting kan, we just want to show off the concept. We are not showing macam exactly the detail in terms of the size of the material ke apa kan. And then yeah, fast forward, and then I will start put the color. I will just hide the whatever the 3D render yang ada kat belakang, and then I will just start to put color. And then this one pun one thing juga. Normally when we do 3D render pun kita akan spend banyak gila masa nak test render, especially kalau glass punya material, timber punya material lah. Dan kita nak play with dengan dia punya bump, texture, lighting lagi, dalam dengan luar lagi. Benda ni take time. Unless you are really really good, of course lah, macam dalam 2 jam je you dah boleh solve out everything kan. But what I'm trying to highlight is macam make sure you always work smart lah. Don't macam terlalu obsessed dengan 3D render, but in the end nanti kerja macam tak berapa siap kan. So in the end, then in the end I just macam play with highlight with some shadows, all of that. And then should be siap. Just enough for me to experiment lah. This is one way to do lah. I just experiment macam, maybe I can do this way, maybe I can do that way lah. So this one pun in terms of layer yang I buat tadi, this is the first layer yang I very basic render lah. You tengok pun macam kotak kosong je, tak ada apa-apa kan. And then overlay with some lines and then colours, and then I macam still tak puas hati, colour ni macam nampak terlalu pucat, all that, macam tambah sikit lagi. Then still macam nampak terlalu pale and then tak cukup depth. So macam I cakap tadi, experiment with some shadows ke apa. So that's one thing, when each of this layer you boleh set the layer mode. Either you nak darker, multiply, color burn. Color burn you will get even darker lah. So for me, I'm comfortable with multiply punya mode, and then you boleh adjust dia punya opacity. I think this one is just paper opacity. Okay, I'm not sure. And then that's it. Sorry, ada soalan tak? Okay, belum ada. Next I want to show just a quick one. I think I will straight away jump. Okay, this is another example jugalah yang I pernah buat. Any one of you yang guna Revit, does your ITM wajibkan you guys belajar Revit tak?
Semester 7 belajar Revit.
Apa tu?
Semester 7 belajar Revit.
Semester 7 belajar Revit. Okay, memang untuk belajar Revit lah.
It's part of the syllabus.
Okay, good. Okay, one thing because in Revit I can show you the basic one before I start sketch. Dia macam, okay, of course lah, there are things yang it can get very detailed sebab you kena determine the thickness of the line, the material and all that kan. But sometimes benda ni dia tak berapa tepat tau. And then for us to get it done tepat pun it will get sometimes juga. So macam we don't have the time to spend unless we have like macam some Revit modeler, some companies they really have Revit expert yang they call it Revit, what do you call it? BIM manager, they call it BIM manager. So these people normally they are really good lah. But for us to do a quick discussion with contractors, I think we don't have time to betul-betul buat benda tu as in how it's going to be constructed. And so what I do is I just cut a quick section like this. This one is from Revit lah for your information. So that's why you have macam the layers of wall thickness ada 100 and then plaster 25. And then this one kalau I nak edit copying and then the setting out of the aluminium windows. So this is very basic. And then what I do is akan overlay with the lines and then kita betulkan the construction punya method lah. So when we explain to contractor pun they know lah what need to come first, what need to come after that. The brick wall has to terminate macam mana, the concrete punya coping has to be berapa tebal. So this thing sebab this thing memanglah kalau kita tak explain contractor tahu buat, but we have to explain in what is our intent, macam mana kita nak benda tu dibuat. But sometimes kalau dia buat benda memang jadi tapi it will not be as nice as you wanted lah. That's one thing lah. Then color is just very basic lah. This one just a glass. Then some basic dimension and setting out and benda ni normally kena bagilah. So this one is also another example lah. So what I say kenapa penting guna Revit, because when you use Revit the construction method dia lebih betul lah. You akan understand better. In terms of construction punya method, you akan understand better. Sebab you tahu bila when people say the wall is 150 tu apa benda kan. When they say wall tu 200, dalam 200 tu ada apa. When they say macam the floor 150, the slab concrete thickness could be 1 to 5, could be 100. So benda tu sebab dalam Revit you akan understand better lah in a way. So for me because I like to do things not to say fast lah, macam efficiently lah. I try to do things efficiently. So when I model in Revit macam alamak, this thing takes some time for me to edit because there's a lot of properties that you need to go into right? So I just simply campak dalam iPad, then I just bring my iPad to computer and discuss lah. So yeah, this is also one example. And then next. Oh yeah, okay. This one pun could be very useful for you guys whenever you do macam brainstorming though. So yeah, especially macam this one is just example lah. When we do macam some layout kan, kalau boleh, we do not want to be so restricted with the apps punya grid line or straight line or perfection. So like I mentioned earlier, when you do macam digital sketch, you jangan terlalu stuck dengan dia punya perfection lah. Benda takkan jadi cantik kalau kita jarang berlatih kan. Benda tu will comes over time, maybe 5-6 years baru it comes to perfection kan. But now macam benda tu tak cantik tak apa, we just go along je, macam buat je. So I know macam some of you guys lecturer akan cakap banyak kali what's the bubble diagram and all that, but kita malas nak buat lah straight away, buat straight line lah, padahal space planning salah lah. But this thing very important when they say that this thing is very essential, very important for you at early stage tau. You betul-betul kena determine this space apa, this space apa, this space apa. You tak payah takut pun, you buat je. Then you ada tracing paper kan, you just buat je, then you tahu kat mana pintu masuk, kat sini kan. Then after some time, you macam, okay, overlay lagi lah. Then baru you macam betul-betul determine, okay, maybe the space can be here. Maybe this space can be kecil sikit. Maybe ini can be bilik air. This one bilik, then this one bilik. Then you dah rasa macam, okay, maybe macam the size macam dah a bit betul. Then baru you start macam betul-betul planning. Okay, I want to draw something like this, 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 like this. Yeah, that's how you generate the space. Dia akan slowly form lah. That's how you get the proportion correct. Kalau you straight away jump to cat, you macam I'm very sure you guys akan buat macam ni. This one pun always happen to us yang kalau macam some of us kita dah biasa kerja je, kita malas nak sketch kan. Kita akan start wall tebal 150, then kita akan start offset line lah. Then benda tu salah lah. You don't get the ideas of what's happening kat sini kan. In terms of space planning and workflow tu dah salah lah. Not to say salah lah, macam it will not turn out to be nice lah. That's what I can say lah. When I say macam this app is very good for you space planning, for you to study pun, this is what I mean lah. You can do macam layers by layers, step by step. So later, okay, let me, okay, let's say now I dah dapat macam the basic space on this one. Let's say I just want to focus on this one kan. I can create another layers. Now I can macam detail up maybe this layer kan. I mean this room, this particular space. So I boleh draw macam, okay, maybe pintu dia besar dalam macam ni. So I can change the angle 40 macam ni. Yeah, maybe something like that. I should use this line instead. And then slowly lah, I mean, atau maybe after that macam, I nak macam maybe nak besar sikit lah. I do not want to be macam terlalu kecil kan. Like this macam terlalu kecil. So you boleh macam padam balik, you betulkan balik. All that lah. Okay. So this is macam the best thing, the good thing about concepts lah. About Morpholio. It's good for you macam to study space planning, for you to study detail. And next one, what I want to show you, yang this one yang I recently experiment lah. This one really nice. Sebab I boleh main dengan, I think I can show. I think this one also one example. Yeah, this one example yang I buat for a friend of mine, I think. Yeah. Macam, okay, sometimes kita dah generate the basic plan. Sometimes kita dah, macam katakanlah you dah during final year, you dah ada satu space planning AutoCAD from last year kan. Of course lah, you malas nak doodle balik from scratch kan. Just campak balik dalam ni. You can just macam start over balik, betulkan balik. Okay, maybe some of the room tu macam can be done better lah kan. So, I akan overlay lagi. Maybe kat sini pun I nak betulkan sikit. Atau maybe at this portion I nak betulkan sikit. So you can always improve at portion that you wanted to focus lah. So you tengok over some time pun the space planning tu kita dah tarik sikit-sikit kan, because we want to form out at certain room tu how it can be done better. So yeah, this is one example yang I tengah just experiment lah. And then okay, the last one I want to show is how it can play with the 3D. So if you see at the bottom, at the top left corner ni, you nampak ada satu box warna cube ni kan, box in cube. This one is to import 3D. You boleh import 3D from SketchUp, from Revit, from 3D Max. There are so many formats that you can import lah. You boleh Google lah later what format you can import. So I can show you. This is the very basic punya 3D yang I buat guna with my PC Blender. So macam ada basic as in I just have some boards to lead. This is the entrance, and then some extra boards overhang kat atas, board sini, and there's macam konon macam ada slope sikit. Yeah, just like that. And you boleh macam find to your particular punya section where you want to sketch, and then you boleh sketch the view that you want to. So this is one view, and then this is another view. So you always macam boleh orbit to that particular view that you want to sketch, that angle, then you can just sketch over. This one pun, it will save a lot of time for you to spend on render. Sebab sometimes kita spend overnight 3-4 jam render, then kita go to sleep, biar computer render, then back up tomorrow morning tengok, alamak render tak adalah nice sangat kan. Tapi PC dah spend 6 jam buang masa kat situ kan. So what you can do, you just do macam basic 3D model je dalam SketchUp, you can just do quickly. You can just campak dalam ni, just experiment je. Because at least macam I cakap tadi, there are things yang we do not want spend too much time modeling in the 3D, but when we sketch kan benda tu, it can comes more naturally kan. What can be done better. So macam kalau I nak letak pokok kan, pokok you nak spend dalam Photoshop pun, it will take some time jugalah. But dalam here you just doodle in line, zap, then yeah, it should be done, and then it should be enough. I mean, it's sufficient for presentation, it's sufficient for discussion with the lecturers or tutors. Okay, and then yeah, this is another view, and then I macam wonder, okay, maybe I can sketch a sectional perspective, then I boleh sketch something like this. Maybe I can sketch sectional perspective at particular space, so I can sketch from this one. So this one, okay, I don't want to spend too much time to demo on this one lah, because I still have another apps to go. Okay. Okay, so far ada question tak? Nak belajar BIM Revit, tengah in demand BIM modelers kan ni. Oh, Raja Shaiza, yes. Raja Shaiza is our lecturers from Unimas. Yes, BIM is in demand lah, to be honest lah. But in KL, of course, there's dah terlalu banyak lah, ramai lah orang tahu. And there's a lot of company yang always use lah. It's not something new. Can you recommend some from academics and industry? Okay, tak ada soalan Okay. So far, Syarul or Khadijah, ada apa soalan tak?
So far tak ada lagi.
So far tak ada lagi. Okay, good. Okay, I jump to concepts. Okay, concept I will take some time sikit. Alamak, dah nanti tidak. We only have 10 minutes. Okay, for concepts, last time as in macam they did as in early of this 2021, they don't have the macam they call it snap angle punya feature where you can do straight line lah. So yeah, there are certain times yang I suka sketch something yang more to sketchy lah, more loose lah, macam tak ada straight line and all that. So you boleh sketch macam very swiftly lah the line. So this one, of course, when I said macam sometimes I see beautiful images and design from online, I just macam sketch over petang-petang after work kan. Macam you dah habis kerja pukul 6, you macam dah penat, you nak rehat sekejap kan. Okay, just sketch something sekejap to neutral yourself before you go home or you go main ke apa lah. And then one thing about this apps, because it has infinity punya canvas. Infinity means you boleh zoom out banyak-banyak pun macam your sketches will be very small on that. Macam AutoCAD lah, infinity canvas lah. And then you boleh zoom in detail human figures over there pun you boleh sketch juga, and then you boleh add another human figure. That's what I mean when vector lah. What I like is first is vector, secondly is infinity punya canvas, and then third apa yang suka sebab it has this they call it macam marker. I suka dia punya marker punya texture. So all this one sometimes I always experiment with the marker punya tools lah. Like you can see this one. And then the basic tools that they have on the left ni, basically they ada pen, they ada this one they call it macam fountain pen. This one is a pencil. Yeah, even the pencil pun macam vector kan. So you boleh zoom in, it's not a rasterized image kan. Somehow they managed to do it. Marker, this one is a cutting tools. Cutting tools is you boleh potong lah sebab it's a vector. And then this one is fill tool. Fill tool I always use lah. It's very fast for you to do some colouring. And they have another tools which is kalau you tap over here double 2 kali, you ada still terlalu quite banyak lah. And then they have some other brushes yang kat bawah ni which is optional, you nak beli atau tak. And then for these apps, I tak subscribe annually because also it's not that cheap lah. I beli yang macam just the essential punya package, which is the price macam, I think last time I buy macam 40 ringgit, but I think now the price macam it's already goes to 60 ringgit. But I can say it's really worth lah. Okay, so just now when someone asked if there's any apps yang available for Android, yes, this is the app. Concept available on iPad, on Android, and also on PC, Windows 10 only. But of course, if you guys are using Windows 10, I suggest you guys should get a drawing tablet lah. You guys tahu macam Wacom tablet kan? You guys have heard of Wacom tablet, right?
Yep, tahu.
I think now there's a lot more and some other brands yang quite similar lah, macam I think ada Huion quite some people say quite good lah, but for me it's like I dah guna Wacom for since 2011 lah, dah lama, so I still prefer Wacom. So in my home right now pun I have this Wacom Infos, model lama lah 2011, but still tahan until now after 10 years. And then later maybe a quick one I can show Wacom concepts on my PC. It's just that the feature yang available on iPad dia tak sama macam feature available on Android. So on iPad is the most advanced punya feature ada dekat iPad. So last time when I say macam last time dia tak boleh buat straight line, now dia dah buat straight line as in, where is it? Okay, kalau you tengok the precision kat atas ni, I boleh turn on the grid, and this is the turn on the grid. I turn on the snap button, so you can see the grid dekat belakang tu. So this is what I mean just now. I akan buat benda yang sama juga. What happened here? Option graphic. Auto complete. Snap to grid. Yep. Ya, akan buat benda sama. Kenapa? Oh yeah, sorry ya. Align to grid. Yeah. So since this one is just a sketch, so you tak perlu takut pun kalau you macam line you tak perfect atau tak berapa tepat, it's okay, tak apa, tak takut. So 0, 1, 2, so normally I set macam tu lah, 0, 1, 2 is just for me to know, it can be 1 meter, it can be 100, but yeah, after that before you export, it's up to you lah what skill that you wanted kan. And then what I want to show is when they have a snap and grid punya feature is when they can do straight line punya sketches lah. So if I show yang this one, let me hide this one first. So it's easy for me macam to do the detail sketch study yang macam kita draw tu lah, we need that horizontal and vertical and parallel line very swiftly, and we can just push macam F8 button, snap, then we can start sketch. So this one is just an example macam when contractor akan hantar you drawing, then dia kata please check on this one whether this is what you wanted or not lah, then kita akan komen lah, kita komen, oh actually kita nak macam ni, actually benda ni salah, kita betulkan, then kita highlight balik. So like I said just now lah, because since last year it's been a while lah, macam we were in the lockdown kan, kita tak boleh pergi site, tak boleh pergi office, so most of the meeting is handled in Zoom and virtual meeting lah. So the only way I can do is macam I mark out on my iPad, then send out an email or have a Zoom meeting lah, like I'm having right now lah. I can share my iPad screen, then consultant or contractor akan tengok lah. How do you activate the snap tool in Mofolio? Oh boleh, you just switch on the roller, then basically it will snap. The pembaris kat atas tu, you just switch on. Okay, and next one I want to show a quick one because my iPad pun, my pencil pun dah habis battery. Okay, I know sometimes pun I akan guna this one as an urban sketch lah. So as you can see, this one is an example of my workflow. First I akan ada macam this pencil. This one is a, like backline, not to say backline lah, macam elevation belakang of the house of my grandma. So I just find macam, hey, this person is quite nice to sketch. So I just sit there, sketch with my, I sit there with my nephews, then sketch while listening to my nephew bercerita pasal sekolah dia and all that. Macam quite interesting. And then I can start dengan this layer, and then ada this layer of colors, and then a darker tone of colors, and then some text and all that. So in combination it will be like this. So the best part is because this thing is in vector lah, so you tak perlu risau macam you punya pixel all that kan. Macam you can always resize, you just copy paste, you boleh resize, macam tak ada masalah pun. Sorry, let's say actually all copy.
Macam Amin, usually you done your sketch in one shot or you do it by little by little?
Macam mana? Sekali lagi, one shot or what?
Macam Encik Amin siapkan in one shot atau siapkan hari ni sikit and then tomorrow you done it little lagi.
Oh, I akan siapkan one shot. I tak suka tangguh benda. I don't know why. Paling-paling pun because sketch on site is quite challenging. Macam sometimes kalau tiba-tiba hujan ke apa kan, kena lari kan. At least I got the line tu on site. The line and the shadow tu macam I dah dapatkan dekat site. The detail punya colour I akan continue maybe later at night. Sebab sometimes kita tak ada masa kan. Macam kita tengah run tu somewhere else lah. The colour finalization tu I akan continue later. But normally I akan finish it within a day lah. I seldom lah tangguh macam the next day or after. But I think the next day you dah busy with something else. You dah forgot dah apa benda yang you buat semalam kan.
Yeah.
Example yang I want to show. Okay, what I normally do with this one is macam I akan buat facade study. So this one is combinations of pencil and marker. I think this is what I mean when I like using the markers. So all you can see the layer on the right here, this one is automatic layers. Yang these apps akan susun the layer based on the tools that you have. So kalau you guna pencil, dia akan arrange in one layer. Kalau you guna hatch, markers, shadow, ini I buat lah. But normally dia akan dia akan arrange accordingly lah, which is good. So this one just example from online lah. I just try to, you know, not to say imitate lah, to study dia macam facade punya scale and proportion. So you just berlatih sketch, dapatkan dia punya shadow. So eventually this is how you capture the proportion. This is how you observe and learn lah. You don't simply macam kalau you simply imitate dalam 3D nanti nampak macam you tak rasa tau dia proportion tu betul. So you kena buat guna tangan juga. So sometimes macam practice with textures and other textures, play with different facade, play with different punya materials. This one I don't know, and then those things. Yeah, I take that down what I've done here. Yeah, and then some other example yang I buat I think this one pun also examples of just a guardhouse, but you boleh lukis if you guys have learned macam technical drawing, you guys know lah ni normal lah macam side elevation, front elevation, side elevation and another elevations. And then from this one elevation, you can just experiment with another scale and proportion. Okay, maybe this material is nicer. Okay, maybe this material also nice, but it doesn't look macam terlalu warm. Nampak macam terlalu monotonous, macam ada anduk punya kind of buildings kan. Macam highlight more on the materials, but not on the color so much. And then this one could be another different. And then this one could be another, maybe this one is more luxurious or more high end, tapi pun nampak terlalu macam tak nampak warm, tak nampak macam resort feeling. Maybe that's how the client will comment lah. So in the end I can show ni to my teammate or to my boss which one yang you rasakan betul, then boss kata okay let's go for this one, mungkin nampak macam lebih resort feel and all that. But eventually of course it goes back to the client and budget and all that. You akan firm up lagi lah your design after that. But from your side, you have to make your work macam fun lah. You tak nak nampak your work macam terpaksa bekerja kan. But cara macam mana you nak bekerja tu is up to you. But all your boss need to know is the thing is done or not. So it's all subject to you macam mana you nak make it work lah. So when I say earlier, you always have to experiment in terms of workflow pun. Workflow you jangan stick to the same punya workflow. Kalau your boss kata, I mean like in terms kalau your lecturer kata, oh you kena buat ni, you jangan follow everyone else buat macam mana yang diorang buat. They could be productive differently, but you could be productive differently. So you have to find your own punya workflow yang you suka lah. So for me kalau my colleague or my boss kata, oh we have to come up with different facade design, I can always do macam with AutoCAD with the 3D, but I think macam tak fun lah kalau kerja macam tu kan, straight away sekali buat AutoCAD je, in the end you akan burn out kan. So macam at one time I just akan spend masa sketch, then I just that's how we develop lah. After that bila kita nak do the production of tender or construction drawing, okay that one we jump to AutoCAD lah because that one is more efficient. And then apa yang lagi nak tunjuk facade study, layout study I belum tunjuk. Layout study, this one about work, I tak boleh tunjuk about work. Detail study macam saya cakap tadi, this is detail study lah. This one detail study yang this one just random sketches. Detail study macam detail sketch normally is hard for us to find a good detail online lah. Normally kita tak share lah. So whenever I see macam a nice project online, normally dia takkan show the detail juga, but I try to come up with my own detail sketch in how it could be constructed. So because most of the time detail study ni is important when you work on site lah. You have to understand very well the construction punya method, the construction punya termination, material punya interfacing. So benda ni is fun to do and you learn a lot from contractor and consultant lah. So what I do is macam I just give it a shot je, just try sketch. It could be something like this, it could be something better lah. And then after that maybe I can show to my contractor lah, can we do something like this, ni. Then kalau your contractor, oh this one terlalu mahal, blah blah blah, okay, how can we done this in a cheaper way lah. Yeah, this thing pun very common. Wait, what is it? Okay, anyway. Okay, just a quick one. Urban sketch dah tunjuk. Oh yeah, it can change the, just a quick one, it can change the background color to darker color macam AutoCAD. So macam kalau you sketch tengah malam, you macam tak sakit sangat lah mata when you watch kan. So this one pun, like I said just now, I tak suka layer terlalu banyak lah. So normally I only have 2 layers. This layer and the text punya layer. Yeah, that's it. But I know if you work in CAD, you have to be particular lah with your layers. Okay, that's up to you. Okay, just a quick demo. So far, any question on this one? Khairul Aizat. Those interested in BIM, I would recommend to follow Khairul. Yes, Khairul Aizat is my old friend of mine, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the guy lah, is it? Just a quick demo. Okay, let's try with this one. Because, okay, I want to show you one more thing before that. One layout study I pernah buat. I think this one. Okay, what I like is because of the infinity punya canvas. So layout study I can always start macam very basic punya bilik, macam 10 kali 10. Bila maybe you determine 1.5 times 2.1 or 2.4, could be bigger, and however that you can arrange lah. So and then start to compose maybe some of your grid line and then play around with the layout. Just tembak je dulu, buat things. Of course macam ada benda macam always akan salah kan. Benda tak akan perfect. Macam when I do this pun macam this thing is okay. This thing macam very salah. This one doesn't work. This one terlalu tight kan. So ini definitely salah. Tak apa, continue je. Dan kita komen lah balik our drawing kan. Because I'm not sure whether you have come up across with this kind of article when they say that the best critic is always come from you. So you know, I tahu lah student, we sometimes macam go to our friend macam, boleh komen tak aku punya konsep, aku punya board, all that kan. Then yalah kawan-kawan kan, kita jaga hati kan, kita komen macam baik-baik je kan. Kita akan cakap, oh maybe you can do this one, how things can be better. But dalam hati dia macam, apa benda kau buat ni? Aku tak faham betul. Ya, benda ni very common lah. But normally, the first thing you can do is that you can create your own works. You macam nampak, then you akan create balik, apa benda lah aku buat. This one salah, this one should be bigger, this one should be better. This one circulation, door orientation pun salah. Yeah, those basic thing lah. And then the staircase proportion maybe salah, maybe it should be naik from here, maybe it should be naik from here. The privacy of the toilet, this one can be seen straight from the dining, which is also salah. Because you need to keep the privacy, especially if you have ladies in your house kan. And then the workflow pun macam, if someone have at the living, kalau kita ada majlis doa selamat, kita tak nak orang simply nampak bahagian dapur sebab kita nak jaga the privacy of the female, all that. So benda ni is a common sense yang kalau kita tengok kawan kita buat, kita tak akan komen, I'm very sure. Kita always akan macam takut, macam jaga hati kawan kan, takkanlah aku nak cakap macam ni kan. Tapi tak apa, it's good if you can give honest punya opinion. Kalau kawan you terima lah. Kalau you give one shot, kawan you simpan hati, then don't do it again lah kan. But what I want to highlight is this lah, the best critic is always come from yourself lah. So always spend some time to critique your own work dulu. I pun akan critique macam this one salah-salah, how it can be better. This one pun macam I still feel, the circulation still macam tak cantik, the composition macam tak, the space macam tak articulate well kan. So I still rasa macam salah, tak efficient. So study further, cari online, online example macam, this one actually maybe it can be, maybe this one better lah. You can put the shelf here, study here, the toilet can be shifted belakang, this wall can be shifted depan. So that's how you study macam part by part, and then how you can articulate that particular space into your own punya layout lah kan. And then study balik the basic punya toilet, maybe minimum macam ni. But if you want to do this kind of shared toilet, maybe macam ni. But it can also be done this way. So all this layout, that's why when you see examples online, you buka dia punya floor plan, you buka dia punya section, you study floor plan dia, macam mana dia buat. And then you just janganlah macam just buat and then save dalam your PC. Like I said just now, in order for you to get the proportion correct, you kena sketch tau, you kena feel with your own wrist and arm, baru you dapat rasa, oh, this is how they do. You boleh agak macam 1.8 lebar of the wall and 900 of the door width tu, you boleh rasa macam mana. Sebab kita dah biasa sketch macam if this is I'm telling you, if this is 1 meter, you boleh dah agak, okay, this is 900 punya door. So you dah boleh agak dah macam you boleh sketch lah kan, okay, 900 punya door always macam ni. But kalau door toilet maybe kecil sikit, maybe 750, maybe macam ni. Ya, kan ada beza kan. So this one, if we practice every day, we can get the feel, we can tell. Normally that's how macam your lecturers, sebab all of them dah biasa with the manual punya drawing. Dia tengok drawing you je, dia tahu bilik you terlalu kecil ke terlalu besar. There are some proportion yang salah lah. Because they have trained their eyes already. Dia orang dah biasa kan. But for us macam kalau if we always do AutoCAD, sebab kita tak faham benda ni sebagai asas kan. Sorry. So that's what I mean. Okay. Okay, examples of the layout yang I nampak pun, yang I practice pun. This one example lah, when I want to do macam shape punya bilik, maybe I boleh buat macam ni. This one can have a shelf, another room tak boleh, then we have a toilet dekat luar, atau another orientation maybe can be this way, this one can be a store, maybe this way. Yeah, so that's what I mean when we do the layout punya ni lah, when we do layout punya studies. Okay, just a quick one. Do you guys want to see a quick demo?
Sure.
Sure. Macam
Okay, can I ask?
Mesti nak tengok. Kata nak tengok.
Student final, you guys need to do high-rise project, right?
That's for semester 7.
Semester 7, okay. Sekejap my battery running low. I think it will die soon. Oh no! What happened if I voltage? Okay. Okay. I know you guys need to do a lot of floor plans, production drawing pun macam kena spend some time, and then need to do concept board lagi, and then need to do a lot of diagrams and benda tu lah. So just a quick example macam mana yang I always use lah. So when I say I always have turn on the grid line, this is my grid line. Last time I suka buat lah di scale bar. Scale bar is good for you macam to know the scale that you are drawing lah. So you have like this, 0, 1, 2, and then you can just select this, and then you can just link this thing together. So whenever you select, benda ni boleh move all together. So example macam when we do let's say macam berapa kali berapa punya bilik kan, I can just if you see dekat kanan ni, I ada sini grid line which is I boleh turn on, and then sini I ada snap button. So the snap ni dia akan snap based on grid line. And then dia ada measure. Measure is for you to do measurement lah. So kalau I turn on measure ni, it will come up with the dimension lah, like I showed just now. Yeah. Oh yeah, because just now you are asking about scale measurement kan. Yeah, the best thing about this app is because you boleh measure, so it can be quite precise lah. But to be more precise, of course, AutoCAD lah. But you tak perlu risau sangat pasal the measurement and precision, because anyway, okay, moving on. Let's try. Let's try macam example of just a small bilik lah. Just do like tu, macam tu. And then pintu kita ada ni. Kita potong sikit. And then we determine maybe there are some windows. And then we have I always like to use this marker sebab this is the fastest way for me to hatch the wall. So for me, a good apps pun is consider macam if the apps doesn't kacau you from your workflow, if you can do things macam naturally, I think that's considered as a good apps lah. Sebab you tak terlalu terikat dengan the technicality of the app sangat kan. So let's say we draw another. So this one could be just one room. Atau normally this thing I akan merge lah. I macam tak suka banyak-banyak layer. Then I akan create another layer. Just name it maybe dimension. I like to use another color. Macam it's more easier for me to see lah. Tak perlu tepat. But as long as you get the proportion there, it should be fine already. So this one maybe dalam 2.4. This one dalam 2, which is salah. Sepatutnya, okay, let's say 2.1 lah. Because we try to keep things in modular lah. Modular by 300 lah. Try to be disciplined lah. This one should be. Maybe this one dia punya pair, just a room and dengan dia punya bilik air lah. Yeah, pintu bilik air normally smaller. Maybe around there. I know there are lecturers here, right? I know Aiman is lecturer, is my old friend. Jamie So is here. Champion. Jamie So is an architect, you know.
Amin bukan lecturer, Amin lecturer.
Raja is also a lecturer. Dr. Raja recently. Okay. Then bila air kita ada drop dekat hujung. Yep. And then macam tu. Yeah, I don't have to draw whatever inside lah. This one just for study space lah. And then this one, okay. Now you notice I dah draw salah layers, but I draw dekat this layer. So what I can do is I just select this and then just tarik masuk this layer. Then this layer should be named differently lah. We just name it as line maybe. And then yeah, that should be the size. So what I like about this one is easier for you. Let's say I just select this two. Oh sorry. This one tak group. Okay. Yeah, I can link kan. So I can select this two. Boleh copy. Wow. And then this one you boleh eksperimen lah. You either nak letak sini atau you macam nak letak sini atau you macam nak eksperimen lagi, you push dekat atas ni, you rotate 90 degrees, you macam okay, maybe I nak letak sini. Maybe it's better this way atau maybe it should be this way, but I have to change the orientation of the door. But let's go with maybe this option first lah. And then let's say macam kita nak experiment with basic layout lah. So let's say kita just nak flip it over. Then we should have like a corridor in between. Let's say, okay, this one could be beneficial for those yang buat high-rise because you need to produce plan very efficient and very fast. And I know production for you guys, last time when I was studying pun macam we struggle on the production punya part lah. When lecturer bagi masa 2 minggu tu produce everything tu, kita rasa macam 2 minggu is a long work and it's a long days. And but the last 3 days tu you dah macam, what the hell am I doing? And so anyway, just example lah. Okay, this one tak align, just roughly lah align. So corridor maybe 1.2, maybe 1.1. Yeah, roughly. Just example of something like that. And then what I like is because in this one I can experiment with the grid lining. Sorry, the grid line. I boleh turn on the isometric punya grid line. Kalau you nampak, you can see, right? Okay, I turn on the isometric punya grid line. So what I can do is I can copy this one. I can link balik again. I can rotate this one to 30 degrees isometry. And we can play with dia punya stretch. We can play with dia punya dengan dia punya isometric lah. So we can start to sketch things in isometric. I'm not sure whether there's a tutorial on this one lah on YouTube. Maybe you guys can find. Oops. Okay. So now this is if okay you guys know what is isometric and isometric because you guys have. I'm sure that some of you guys have got the technical drawing punya ni lah before this knowledge kan. So isometric is when you have things in 30 degree macam ni. So I have to change back my grid line. Yep. So this one 30 degree. So this is what we call as isometric. Okay. So what I like about this one is because after that I boleh sketch macam I boleh sketch macam tu lah. I boleh sketch things in sorry, let me change again. So I boleh study the space in isometric punya view. So this one atas sikit, this one tarik sini, this one tarik sini. Tak apa, tak tepat tak apa. That's why the name is the sketch. It's a sketch. So you tak perlu risau. And then of course after that, and also you boleh experiment with the fasad punya detail lah after that. If this is a toilet, the window should exist only here lah. So if this one a window for bilik, maybe the window is bigger kan. Cuba try buat ni. That's okay. Okay. Now we have macam just a quick 3D lah basically. This is a quick 3D. Of course you can do macam in your SketchUp ke apa lah, but this one for me is easy for me to study lah. And then it's more fun anyway. I can linkkan balik and then you boleh test macam okay, let me try flip this thing around here. And then you nak belajar, nak test buat macam okay, I want to test this thing to stack this thing up above and see how it turns out. Yeah. So if okay, one thing because this one is in vector, so you can always produce this in your concept board. The pixel you tak perlu risau lah, memang takkan pecah lah. Because this thing, everything is in vector kan. And then after that you boleh you boleh betulkan balik the graphic lah kalau you nak highlightkan the wall thickness to be here. Jamie, so you are an architect, right? Okay, this one is very important for you because last time I promised to teach you kan. So this is the way lah basically. Because I know you also have a high-res project, I guess. So and also kalau you tak nak guna the isometric punya feature pun, over here you boleh in terms of this percentage is the smooth line punya percent. So 100 you boleh draw macam everything very perfect, straight line punya. So you tak perlu takut if your line tak straight kan. Yeah, so something like this, something like this, something like this. So macam, yeah, this could be like macam a quick way to do diagram. And then you boleh tambah another layer. Let's say we want to play around with fasad lah. And then this one I boleh maybe kurangkan sikit dia punya what do you call it, opacity. So in terms of fasad, we try to sketch in red color. Okay, so we just play maybe sorry, I tak suka 100% punya thickness ni to 100% punya opposite the smoothness. So I can play here. Yeah. So over here, once you sketch on this isometric, macam you can get this is how you can play with the proportion. You maybe not divide, okay, maybe I want to divide 1/3 of this thing. Maybe this portion can be just for another material, different material. So you just try to hash over. Atau you boleh, copy and paste faster. Yep, copy and paste, and then another one, or this one I just now experiment with different materials. Then let's try this one. Yeah.
Cik Amin, maafkan tapi kami tak nampak.
Tak nampak?
Tak gerak, skrin kau tak gerak.
Baik.
Salah share screen ke apa?
Let me try to sekejap Let me try redo share screen, start broadcast. Okay, nampak?
Dah nampak.
Okay, so example lah yang I tunjuk tadi. Kalau I turn off this one. Okay, this is the sketch yang dekat belakang tadi lah. So the first thing yang when we do macam isometric, then we just simply stack this thing together. Or if you want to experiment further, then you boleh turn on this one macam one types of facade, then you boleh experiment lah on the next one, however that you want to ni lah kan, however that you want to experiment lah. So macam let's say you nak add something, this one, let's say I name this layer macam option 1. Macam you nak keep adding things kan, so I boleh this one warna maybe warna kuning. So you nak adding things macam over here I nak try add something lah, just add some space. So this is macam like I said just now, you try to be fun with your work. You jangan macam rasa terlalu stiff sangat tu. And I can very sure you, kalau you guna 3D, you macam kita start sebab yalah kita start kan, because kita dah biasa buat benda to be precise, benda to be precise and perfect kan. Macam by having that kind of strictness tu, kita dah jadi it doesn't the flow doesn't, it's not nice anymore lah. Dah macam tak fun for you to do design. You buat design, you kena santai. And then macam okay, maybe I nak add this kind of balconies, and then I nak try colour. Let's try. I tak pernah buat. But well, okay. Maybe kita nak try colour. Let's try to colour. Then colour. Yeah. Colour is not tebal sangat, so kita tebal sikit. Yeah, maybe like that. Yeah, just a quick demonstration lah for you guys. So what I want to say is macam just from a simple punya layout, you boleh experiment. You can always experiment match and how for you to do the spatial punya studies, space arrangement, and then experiment with the isometric punya sketches. Of course, it cannot do 3D, but isometric study is a 3D itself lah. Basically, you have 3 different dimensions at 3 different axes, and then do a quick dimension like this lah. And then you can keep adding things macam let's say yalah normally kita akan buat macam kita nak tambah macam pokok kan, you ada different pokok, then this pokok pun kan you boleh tambah ni pokok. I think I nak colour dia macam cantik sikit. This is not nice. And then, yeah. Then once you dah add macam tu, you boleh linkkan this thing, you boleh linkkan this thing. So at least later you boleh copy and paste. So you just copy and paste, and you boleh resize. Or you boleh paste over here. And after that, kalau you nak add even further pun, you boleh add your own human figure. These are quick diagram yang you boleh buat with these apps. And then, when I say yang senangnya kita boleh copy and paste, that one yang I really like. And then you boleh, okay, let's say I put this one. Now, I want to put this one. Buang lah, no need. And then kita boleh add benda macam quick diagram like sun punya ni kan. Just draw a quick one. Put it here. And then you boleh, biasalah, put it here. And then put it here. And then you draw. Oops, sorry. Anak panah. Atau you can always do, we try to add benda yang macam like natural ventilation and all that lah, like this. Okay, I don't like the opacity, it's too benda macam tu. Then anak panah, those kind of things lah. So you get the ideas of what I want to show off with these apps kan. I think what else I need to show? I think that should be all. Detail study macam you dah tengok tadi lah, detail study macam saya buat. So far ada apa soalan tak? Nor Aini binti Fauzi. What video is this? Oh, the okay. Sorry. Jangan lupakan Akisa UTM. Ada YouTube Akisa. Ada kode tak? Ada soalan apa tak? Syarul atau Khadijah?
Untuk saya punya Santai Amin sekarang agak jelas. Tak ada soalan.
Okay. Oh, and also this app's available on PC juga tau. And you boleh guna on PC lah. It's just that on PC, I will recommend for you to have a Wacom punya tablet lah. Wacom punya tablet is not that expensive. You can find, almost 10 already. I promise until 9:30 kan. Wacom tablet, you can get the cheapest, I think RM200 only. To be honest pun, before I jump into iPad, the first thing I beli masa I mula-mula kerja 2011 last time, I bought the iPad punya tablet. The Wacom punya tablet lah. But at that time, the cheapest is 300. But now, the cheapest I found on online, you can get macam 200. 200 for me is very affordable lah. To be honest, I think as a student pun, I think it can be afford lah. 200 is not that expensive lah. Because our smartphone pun, yes.
Saja tanya, I know that macam akademik, kita orang suka lah tengok benda-benda macam ni kan. Sebab even us, kita orang tak kerti nak buat kan. Biasalah dah tua nak, dah malas. But since you are working with a firm kan, nak tanya acceptance of firm. Adakah digalakkan belajar benda ni untuk dibuat semasa bekerja dengan firm? Sebab for me, kalau arkitek, principal tu dia appreciate architecture, dia akan appreciate benda ni. But I don't know what is so far the acceptance that you've received on industrial side.
Well, it depends. It really depends on your luck lah. If your office jenis yang macam betul-betul suka someone sketch, then you are good lah. But if you're working with a company and then you always busy dengan, you have to do a lot of project management, contract documentation, and then construction. That is why most of the time yang I buat is this kind of thing. The details saja, these are all purely about work. So these are all purely macam how I want to study the construction lah. Macam dia ada benda yang tak betul kan. When kita tengok dalam 3D, dalam drawing, of course lah kita tak nampak ada mistake. But when we betul-betul study, this thing salah, this thing doesn't work. The water will overflow. So like I said earlier, I said many times it really macam mana you kerja tu is up to you. But at the end of the day, your boss or your tutor or your lecturer just want to know this thing must be done. But how things can be done, this one is up to your creativity. So for me, if you ask me,
jom Amin buat buku lah pasal benda ni nak. Jom.
Well, let's see lah one day. Can. For me pun macam kalau I just tengok pasal drawing, pasal AutoCAD je, it cannot be nice because you bekerja cara orang lain bekerja kan. Of course lah, you're kind of burn out. But how I can make it nice is I have to come up with my own punya workflow yang I enjoy lah. So I can sketch and then from this sketch I can email out to my boss or my colleague for the discussion. So that's how I feel macam satisfied with my own punya workflow. I rasa macam it is not as mundane as what people thought this lah. I have some question from this three apps. Which one selalu guna? Like the one you love the just and the just. Shazana, okay. Sebelum tu ada apa-apa soalan tak? Shazana ada soalan yang quite interesting but I can explain quite lengthy lah on that question. Just a quick one. Like I said earlier, when it comes to urban sketch, I can guna this apps, which is sketchbook. Which is paper. Paper I suka guna sebab dia punya the color punya saturation, which is I really enjoy. And then for Morpholio is when it comes to work, architectural sketches, I can guna either Morpholio ataupun Concepts. Morpholio because you can play around with the 3D yang macam I tunjuk tadi, which is this one. So you boleh experiment with either so you macam boleh model very basic model kat kotak je. You tak perlu model window atau tingkap pun. That thing section pun you tak perlu buat. Dia macam model basic box je. Just a meshing, then you can experiment in this one. And then for concepts, most of the time, yes, I'm using concepts. Firstly because it's available in 3 different platforms lah, on my PC and also on my iPad. So and then secondly because it's vector lah. So vector I boleh export many format over here lah. I boleh export PNG or PDF. Normally we use PDF lah for other consultant punya markups and all that. So
Amin, continuation question from previously tadi.
Yes.
Acceptance of firm kan?
Yes.
If you know that Titania Bilbao kan, ada architect in Mexico, I think yang they reject the idea of this super realistic rendering image kan, dia cakap if you do that means that your design is completed, finished, got ever lah. So dia idea tu. So sekarang ni acceptance of firm is satu, acceptance of client. Let's say you have job nak buat dia konsep awal kan. Do you think this is acceptable in Malaysia client?
Maybe no. I do not know. Maybe I haven't encountered that type of client yang really appreciate sketches lah. But even so, I think for us, macam during the discussion, is very essential for every architect to always come up with a quick sketches from your understanding and on how you visualize things. Because sometimes more the time when we do coordination punya meeting kan, kita akan kita cakap benda yang kita belum buat kan. Of course like everyone hard to understand everything kan. You can say macam this floor is faced by 300, but another person maybe visualize this thing is faced by 3 meter. So the only way for you to come up with like a central point of understanding is for you to sketch. Only then they can understand, oh, this is how 300 looks like. Okay. So even from your point of view, that thing may be applicable to maybe design punya, conceptual punya stage, macam mana appreciation of the boss and the clients lah. But the skill for you to sketch tu bagi I is essential at many levels lah. Either at the conceptual punya stage, at construction or coordination, or it can be at many stages. Yang this thing can be applicable to at many stages as well lah. So don't feel so bad kalau you kerja dengan office yang tak encourage you to do a lot of sketches. Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, I understand Raja punya concern lah. Because just sharing with you lah, because I pernah buat, normally all the sketches I can share Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. And then there one guy, I think it was last year during the pandemic when we are all working at home. There is this random guy, foreigner lah. He text me and then dia kata, hey, can you do architectural sketches for me? And then I will pay you as per number of sketches. And then because this guy, there are people from the outside yang really appreciate architectural punya sketches, visualization. So they don't really like macam like Raja mentioned just now, betul-betul punya final rendering during the early stages tau. They don't like, for them that thing looks macam very stiff. It doesn't look alive lah. It doesn't look so neutral. So yeah, he did ask me for a collaboration for me to do the sketches. So what I do is exactly like what I'm doing with your channel. We just have like a Zoom session, virtual session. So he just explained, okay, this is how the model of the 3D looks like. Here. I want to show off this kind of thing. So eventually, yeah, I just do these sketches while we are discussing. So yeah, it's easy for them as well. So then they were like, okay, yeah, that could be what we wanted. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. Any other questions? You can ask me anything. As long as I know to answer. While in the meantime, I will try to sketch something juga lah, to entertain you guys kan. Any other thing? Sharul?
There is one question in the chat box from Rashida. Is the copy and paste is part of the free subscription?
Okay,
I can see them to find.
Alamak, okay, I'm so sorry. I think tak boleh. I understand what you mean. Macam bila you select, you tak boleh buat this thing kan. Dia tak boleh duplicate tau. I think this one you kena beli. But this one bukannya beli setiap tahun tau. This one only beli one time je. So I show you what I have. Mana? If I click up here, one time purchase. You go to one time purchase. Yeah, this is the essential pack. Kalau you tengok dekat atas ni, this is the one yang I bought. Sebab for me pun, when I first start to use this app, I tak suka macam spend too much money, tapi I belum tahu whether I really can depend on this app, whether I can really fully utilize or not. So for me, once I dah, you make sure, okay Rashida, make sure you practice first in the next at least macam sebulan atau 2 bulan. You dah betul-betul disiplin, you dah guna benda ni macam terlalu lama, you rasa macam okay, I think I can betul-betul value this app. Only then you can invest. You don't macam, bagi I, you jangan guna seminggu suddenly you nak spend tau. Macam we are not so sure yet whether we are really going to fully utilize kan. So yalah, for me that's one thing. Yeah, so yeah, I don't buy yang the most expensive one. I just buy yang the essential one. Because I can say that the essential punya package ni pun is sufficient for me to do all those things macam illustration, sketches, coordination. It's enough already. Because we are not professional punya illustrator artist kan. So We don't have to have all those. Kalau you tengok sini, they have so many brush yang interesting, but I tak pernah guna lah. Yeah, you tengok kat bawah ni, yeah, all this thing. But this thing all you kena beli lah, one by one macam. I think it cost about RM80, I think, per piece. But I just use yang whichever yang I'm comfortable with lah. So normally for me, I like the marker tool and also only the pen tools. Yeah, that's all. I hope that one help, Rashida. If you guys have any other questions, if you guys have any other question after this one, you can always DM me on Instagram ke apa lah. Hopefully I will answer lah. Normally I will answer lah. So you tak perlu risau. Normally I will answer lah. Either late at night or tomorrow morning. I wish I can show you on my PC. Sempat tak? Do we still have the time?
Yep, sure.
Yes, of course.
Serious?
Yes.
Alamak, become an expert. Thanks. I want to show you this one thing. I think I don't have the video here. Have you guys heard of this one apps called Video? I don't know where is it. Ni apa? Ni tak ada apa. Ni apa? Ni tadi. Okay, I have to stop this one here. Stop casting and then I will start. Can I want to share screen? Present now, is it?
Which platform?
Yeah. Windows screen 1. Okay. Sorry. Screen 1, share. You are presenting. Okay, you can see, right, the screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is the same apps, which is Concepts, but it's on my PC. And if you see my video, if you see the video of myself, I can compare you. So now I want to. Yeah. You can see macam the size of my iPad to the screen. Yeah, it's subject to your screen lah. Kalau your screen 24, 21 lah. But iPad can be very small, macam you tak comfortable to sketch with, right? But the screen of your PC is all depend on this one, the stylus for my webcam. So if I turn on this thing, if I go, this one the previous sketch yang I pernah buat lah. The same thing lah. So dekat kanan here, you can see these are all the layers. I boleh keep adding the layers. But I think for free users, maybe some have some limitation, but it's okay. Still fine for you to practice. So if I go to this one, wait, why the crash? Okay. Just for update for you guys. Because last time when I bought the subscription, the essential package on iPad, it cost me macam maybe 50 ringgit ke 60 ringgit. Last time dia tak synchronize dengan Windows tau. Means that if you buy on Apple platform, it will just available on Apple platform. But recently they make it available on Windows and Apple platform. So it means that once you buy on the Apple, it will be the same license can be used for your Windows as well. So you don't have to buy twice. You understand it? So the best thing about this one, you boleh sketch on your PC lah, which is macam a lot bigger and so this thing pun sama lah, is in the vector format, so you tak perlu risau in terms of their vector and all that. I think for today I cannot show you the Blender punya apps, the Blender punya software. Blender punya software is more powerful because you boleh buat 3D and you can sketch on the 3D at the same time. Yeah, that one I'm still learning lah. I think I will belajar early this year, so I am still not as good lah. Hopefully one day once kalau I dah rasa macam it's comfortable to show off, maybe I boleh maybe show sikit lah. I cannot remember where did I save that thing. Yeah, I think this one cuma on PC the limitation is that it has dia tak sama, all the features yang available on PC tak sama macam all the features yang ada dekat on my iPad just now. So over here kalau I nak buat straight line, I have to go to here, only then I can do a quick straight line like this. straight line and straight line. It doesn't have macam that horizontal and vertical at once lah, where you can do at once. But it still have this the template punya copy color, and then I still like to use this lah. Mana lagi? Oh here. And then you boleh move around your tools macam you boleh move around. Okay, I don't know. But okay, yeah. So yeah, you boleh experiment with the marker color, all that. And then it has this fill tool yang memang I selalu guna lah. So if you have seen some of my videos yang I share pun, normally my workflow is always sama lah. I akan sketch with pencil first, and then I can start with the colors after that. And then since I'm not using much the concepts on my PC at home lah, normally I guna yang dekat office lah. So some example yang I boleh tunjuk is, okay, my computer is fine. And also since once you have macam once you have the Wacom tablet, you can use all the software yang you ada on your PC lah. Photoshop, Illustrator. Normally I use Illustrator. Illustrator is very nice. You can do all this kind of sketches lah. And then yeah, boleh turn off the vector and all that. Yeah. I think that should be all yang I boleh share as per today lah. Hopefully this is all macam beneficial for you lah. But what I can say is macam yalah, don't stop ni lah berlatih sketch every day lah. Bagi I, for me that thing is very important lah. Because you guys are still young, and so bagi I serious, you guys betul-betul kena disiplin. You guys kena betul-betul develop the skill. I'm not to say discipline lah. Kena develop the skill from the early stage. Yeah. And then find what I can conclude is that macam you can find your own way punya practice technique. You can maybe your way of develop the skill different than mine lah. So for me, I always trust the process lah. I have to do this thing every day in order for me to get better and better. This thing are very basicnya concept lah. Yeah, in any skill yang kita nak master pun, we have to practice every day kan. And then don't expect the first 1 year, the first 2 years to be very nice lah. The first 1 year or 2 years is always going to be very lousy, you know. I can show you, I don't have the sketch back in the 2018 lah, but I can show you macam early 2020 pun, I when I see my sketches pun, I can critique my own sketch are very lousy, you know. Macam, I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I mean lah. And one of the things yang you boleh try practice, you macam just do a quick sketches of macam just a basic thumbnail first, just compose a canvas and then just set your horizontal line, and then just start to draw just animating dia. Because by having this, you slowly boleh, not to say, yeah, you slowly boleh faham in terms of perspective punya line and all that. You tak perlu risau sangat in terms of the detail and the finished result kan. You just berlatih sketch simple things, yeah, like this, and then you understand the perspective line, and then just put some human figure, yeah. You berlatih buat, yeah, I normally berlatih something like this just as a warm up. So you just, like I said just now, you can find your own way to train, to practice. It doesn't have to be exactly as my way, and you can find a lot of YouTube tutorial yang macam quite reliable lah for you to practice lah. And do not depend much, do not depend just on architectural punya sketches. Okay, when you search on YouTube or Google, and you can search variety of technique. People yang from 3D artist, people yang from artist yang sculpture, people yang buat komik, people yang buat you can try and error a lot of artists yang, because all of them have different kind of workflow and understanding, but they practice the same punya principle where a lot of practice will makes you better and better. Yeah, so that's what I can say. I'm not sure what else I can share with you, but I hope it's enough. Okay. Thank you so much for you guys yang sit down and listen to me for 1 hour and a half.
Terima kasih Kak untuk Cik Amin kerana sudi menyampaikan ilmu. Banyak input yang saya dapat hari ni.
Okay, welcome. Sama-sama.
Dah banyak kali aku join kau punya.
Cik Amin ada apa-apa kita nak berkongsi?
So boleh Unimas lah
boleh. Sorry again, Syarul, apa dia? Sekali lagi.
Cik Amin ada apa-apa kita yang nak berkongsi?
I think that should be all. Anything that you want to ask, you can ask Google or you can ask me. But yeah lah, like I said lah, because the resources for you guys and right now terlalu banyak. You can simply Google and YouTube. You can find a lot better examples lah. But what I can show you is how I practice lah. I'm not saying I'm really good lah, but I am still at the stage yang I rasa macam there are still a lot of things yang I want to improve. But tu lah, despite of whatever busy with work ke, with class ke, don't even give an excuse macam tak ada masa lah, busy lah. Benda tu, alasan busy and tak ada masa tu sampai you umur 40 pun alasan tu akan sama. I dah dengar people umur 50 pun complain lagi tak ada masa lah. Those things are very common. So jangan mengalah with the excuse lah. Tu je lah. Okay? Anything else? Is there any more questions that you would like to share? Thank you, Cik Amin, for the thought. Yeah, welcome. Thank you. Okay. Aiman, ada question? Syed Muhammad Aiman tu, ada question? I'm not sure whether
ada lah question.
Alamak, dah pandai.
Mana pandai, terkejut tengok ni.
Thank you. There's a lot of you guys 60 over, gila lah.
Kau take note 60 over tadi 90, kau tahu tak? Mana lagi 30, 27 hilang ni. Check balik Amin. Check balik ni. Lecturer ni siapa lagi ni?
Sorry, okay. Doesn't matter. But for me, just a tips. If you guys want to start, I boleh suggest the most affordable, because I know, student, when I was student pun kita struggle with saving the money kan. What I can first suggest, you boleh dapatkan webcam yang the cheaper tu. The one is only cost 200, but I think Huion ada yang lebih cheap, macam 100 over je. Cuma I tak guarantee the quality and dia punya tahan sampai bila lah. But I can show macam webcam, I punya ni, I dah pakai more than 10 years lah. Which is because webcam is from Japan, if I'm not mistaken. So it can last very long lah. So start from there first, because you can still reinstall to your PC. Your PC dah ada a lot too much software, so it shouldn't be a problem for you guys. And then apa lagi for me as a start tu lah, because back then last time when I first start digital sketch pun, I start with the webcam tablet first lah. And then slowly once I dah kerja sikit, only then I can afford to buy a proper iPad, all that. Okay.
Jadi terima kasih diucapkan kepada Cik Amin kerana sudi meluangkan masa bersama kami dan mencurahkan segala ilmu yang Cik Amin berikan. Jadi kami daripada Urus Setia Arkitok ingin mengucapkan sekali lagi ribuan terima kasih kepada Cik Amin terutamanya, dan juga untuk para hadirin yang sudi hadir pada hari ini dan meluangkan masa untuk dengar ceramah pada Cik Amin. Jadi saya harap untuk yang hadir pada hari ini dapat memanfaatkan segala ilmu dan insyaAllah macam saya pun SEM 1 SEM 2. Okay. Jadi banyak input yang saya dapat dan sekarang saya tak macam terawang-awang lah. Sekarang saya dah tahu saya punya landasan tu dan saya nak terima kasih kepada Cik Amin.
Okay.
Jadi kalau macam ada, minta maaf je kalau ada kesalahan teknikal daripada pihak kami. Okay. Jadi rasanya sampai situ saja kot setakat ni. Okay. Jadi sekian, terima kasih terutama untuk Encik Amin dan semua yang hadir pada hari ni lah. Okay. Jadi itu saja. Sekian. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Terima kasih Cik Amin.
Okay, thank you guys.
Cik Amin, saya akan follow YouTube Cik Amin.
Alright, thank you.
Saya akan support Cik Amin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amin.
Terima kasih semua. Nanti kita akan jumpa untuk kitab yang seterusnya.
Hai Komstay Terima kasih.
Baik.
Cik Amin, thank you to lecturers yang lain.
Terima kasih semua. Okay, kita dah boleh dismiss. Kecuali untuk Haikom.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Have a nice day.